moving, not surprised. Yeah.
It's the first time I'm being open to talking about my experiences related to the film, and like you saw in my post, it's just I feel very free. I think the second that we all talk about something we're fearful of or we think that makes us different, we realize we're never alone. And in conjunction with this movie specifically, I couldn't give justice to why I'm doing this movie appropriately if I didn't respect my connection to it. And to be surrounded by such amazing women during this experience was amazing. And to step back and look at this experience 10 years on from my old experiences was an amazing perspective. And I also got to surround myself with medical attention and medical help and facts that I never did when I was younger. So my knowledge just grew immensely of the subject matter, and I feel like I learned a lot, and I got to have a form of therapy in a way.
One time next to him, guys. Thank you so much.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I wanted to lose the weight. There was no number of weight to lose, but I wanted to get back in that mindset because I knew what it had felt like. But I also wanted to maintain health and sanity and remain myself. So whatever I did was really for the betterment of Ellen's psychology. But thank God, I was surrounded by my friends and family all the time because I was shooting in LA. So I was held accountable for all my actions, and I never allowed myself to go back there because the reasons that I went there when I was younger don't apply to me anymore. And so this was for a character, and I had to really realize that it's for the betterment of having a conversation with other young women and men out there about it, and it's not about me. It was never about me, it's about the whole picture.
Yeah, the project To the Bone is a work written by Marty Noxon, and she directed it as well. And she shared with us that it was semi-autobiographical. And then as it turns out, for Lilly Collins, who plays the lead, Ellen, who's the character kind of struggling with an eating disorder, biographical for her. So there's this thing of life and art. In terms of the preparation, yeah, absolutely. There's, meeting with physicians and learning a little bit about the treatments. And, the character that I play and Marty's journey was a very particular one. And so I had to play this kind of, it's not necessarily all the time traditional approach to an eating disorder. But I wanted to be respectful and responsible to, what was said and what's communicated. But the film is a really almost heroic film, I think, and it's entertaining, it's fun, and it's tackling a really important subject. And I think it handles it really well, that we can have a discussion about it, be entertained, but hopefully, in the best way with art, that it's like entertaining, but it's also giving something back,
Well, when I read it, I was like, it dawned on me then that I hadn't really seen, at least not in the last 10 years, a film about eating disorders, which is bizarre because almost every single girl and a lot of men that I know have either had personal experience with some kind of eating-related disorder or odd relationship with food, or know someone who does, and it's just like suddenly I was like, wow, this is really strange that it's never spoken about, but it's so prevalent. And I just thought this was done in such the story was summed up in such an amazing way and so heartfelt and real.
I made the movie in part because I hoped that my story could help other people. And I think that, there's not enough attention paid to people's feelings about food and their body size. And we waste a lot of energy in mental anguish on stuff we don't need to. So, but it still has a lot of personal elements. So sitting there and watching it with other people is going to be a little bit of a sweater,
Right in front, right here. Get ready.
To the left.
And down here.